Alright, I was doing missing back in France, back at home, and Ryan called me. And now I'm in Granada, about to do a super exciting delivery, waiting for a bloody Canadian sailor. Here it is. What's up?
A little deja vu here, eh?
Yeah, I mean, first time for me in Granada.
Yeah, me as well, actually. Yeah.
Oh, this looks like a sailor's car.
Okay, well that's 2012. It's done 3/4 of a one day.
Good job.
Looking for someone on the boat in dry storage now.
Okay.
This is my favorite one. And it's Quebec, Canada.
Do they have pasta carbonara?
No, but they've got shepherd's pie. Ooh. That has a mystery little ketchup sachet that's hidden amongst the.
Oh, you gotta fish it out.
You gotta fish it out.
Drown it. All right, Ryan. Why did you brought all of us here?
Well, I've assembled the team of misfits here. Help me deliver the IMOCA 60 across to the Azores. So it should be a good trip. And it'll be your first time seeing the boat in a minute.
Sweet. Dan, are you excited?
Man, look at this thing.
We're getting to Atlantic Ocean. I'm fucking so excited.
Ooh, yeah. Just when you're climbing, be careful. Reaching straps on.
Giving some love to the winches.
Yeah, we had a little seal that's had a lot more corrosion than it's supposed to, so I wasn't expecting to see that. It was popping out. Corrosion was pushing it up, so let's clean it out, reinstall for now, and have a new one waiting for us. So get one from Harkin.
I'm so glad I stopped smoking.
Where's the bait?
Yeah, where's the bait? Quick. I've been told to go and close the crash bulkhead. Shit. How the heck am I going to fit in there? God. So basically I am closing this door, like crash bulkhead. So if we hit something as in a container or log of food or anything, this will stop the water from ingressing all the way through the boat. So I guess it's a good thing.
Once we're all done with our jobs, we'll fucking pack up all the bags. Normally we stow them in the back, but we've got a potential leak issue that we still need to sort out. They put 200 liters in the back glass there during the race.
Really?
Yeah. We think it's because they put the scoop all the way down. I'll show you when we get back there. But basically, you got different basic bits of piping that wrap around the scoop, so you can't press it all the way down. And I think they had it all the way down, doing 20 plus knots. So I think it was just too much pressure, and it's pulling one of the seams there. So we'll just leave everything out of there for now until we test it, and then if it stays dry, then we can put some stuff back there. Cool. So, nothing really too much going on down here.
I closed the most forward one already. No water there.
Two sections there, crack bulkheads here. And we've got moisture sensor alarms in both of them. So yeah, if for any reason we've got any water, we'll have the alarm go off, so we really shouldn't have to go up here at all. If we are up here and we're going pretty quick, this is probably the most dangerous and most violent moving part of the boat. So if you ever do need to come up here for whatever reason, just tell whoever's up just to bear away and just come down and do it, because it's not worth. You get fucking. I got slung once from one side to the other, like to the wall. Like, okay, not doing that again.
But you like it? It's
It was
different.
fun. So that's our load sensor there. So if you guys see any water or anything coming through, just mention it to me or Erica. But the boat is fucking like pretty damn bone dry. Yeah. Other than that, if we're doing some upwind stuff, we might be moving the stack around. So we've got two sets of lead cloths over here. So it's just that guy there. Just this little guy here, so just to hold up the longer sails. And that's going to be just some spare sail material that'll live up here. We've got spare battens up here, and there's a spare bit of carbon I-beam up here as well that we can use if we have any issues to reinforce stuff. Yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much it. We've got one light here, escape hatch here. We'll normally keep our bulkhead doors shut.
Okay.
If it's nice and light conditions, we might open it up and just get a bit of airflow through the boat, because it's going to be a bit warm to start. But yeah, once we get north and start getting into some more shitty stuff, we'll leave them closed. Dan, you've seen our little log there already. Yeah, other than that, there's not really too much stuff up here that you guys got to worry about.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll just have probably some of our safety stuff here. So our boat building box, we have two boxes that'll live in here. It wedges all nicely in here. We've also got our bilge pump and some of our leak stuff in this bag here. That'll pretty much live there. This is our most useful roaming bilge here. So that can pretty much reach anywhere on the boat, and it's linked onto a switch up forward there. I'll show you that to you guys in a minute. Other than that, what we'll have up here is our TPAs. So that's all of them will wedge nicely into our little space here. Other than that, we've got our goo box, so any aerosols or any goopy stuff pretty much lives in here, so nice and easy to get at. Spare tiller. And we'll probably have a bit of spare oil and stuff in here as well. Fucking loading up.
Big gust.
You can hear how loud it is already.
Oh, fuck, you have a spare rudder here.
Yeah, so spare rudder's there. This thing hasn't fucking budged since we put it up. I'm quite impressed.
It's scary
So
as fuck.
I know, yeah. It's been through fucking quite a bit and it hasn't moved, so shouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Until it does.
Until it does, yeah.
You get us to do like daily walk around the boats, just
Yeah, we'll do
Check
checks
in.
for sure, yeah. So one funny thing, so we've got our day tank in the engine bay there. I'll show you guys in a minute. And every time that we want to top it up, these little valves here are to
Return and
Open the-
intake and return.
this bus bar. If you want to turn a BMS off or on, you see the blue light. Solid blue means that it's on and working. Flashing blue means that there's an issue with the BMS, either you're an issue with the alternator charging or it's too low. With the Lithionics setup, it will go into reserve power at 0%. So this is the most accurate place to check the battery charge percentage. So we have our scoop. The arrow is pointing in the direction of the scoop intake. So when we're sailing, normally like this, if you want to fill, if you wanted to fill one of the let's say the high side, you obviously put the low side scoop down. We have shims.
Where are the shims?
So basically, if you're doing any speed over 10 knots,
Just asking before,
yeah, because
I'm not just going to go and
yeah, the scoops we've had issues. They were the Laz was filling up with water. And I think it
That's
was
just to stop them dropping.
no, they don't drop, but it's a good guide to know how much you've got down. Basically, I just put this. If you're going over 10 knots and doing a charge, I put the 75 shim in. That's all you need. As long as you just check that you've got water coming out the back.
Otherwise, you just get way too much pressure coming in.
Yeah, so I'll show you in a minute, but we've got like a pressure relief on the raw water that goes into the keel box, and you can look at it to see how much is coming out. But if you put more than this amount of scoop down, you see too much. So if you wanted to fill the windward ballast, obviously put the leeward scoop down, and you just open this gate valve here. So you pull up, and it will start filling the tank.
Yeah, and there's two ways as well. So we've got a pump here, so if we're going upwind, pretty not so hectic conditions, close that one, and then there's two more here. So
Yeah.
this guy there. So then you just swing that one to fill.
Oh, it's a
pump off
different.
this one.
It's a different piping.
Yeah, so it's sucking from the ballast manifold through the intake valve here up, and then you choose which side. And the vent on deck, you see just up
And
about
how
here.
long does that really take? Well, I mean, you go until you see it bend.
So normally what we'll do
Okay.
is run as much as you can without using the pump, just to save power. It'll normally fill up about maybe half. For these guys, because the sights are so low, you lose sight of where the water actually is. So you just tap on the tank and you can figure out pretty accurately how far it is. But
So if you wanted to run the engine, you just put a scoop down a little bit. This is the raw water for the engine, and neutral outside, and you're pretty much.
Oh, I see the raw water from the engine comes from the scoops.
So what you have to be careful of, you can't be like doing a ballast operation and charging.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy to be like, oh, I'm just going to fill some ballast when you're doing a charge, and you can't. You see the yellow oil?
Oh, that's your manual pump.
Yeah, that's our manual keel pump here.
So is there a bar somewhere that you
There
can
is.
put
You
in
see
on
it's
the
down
wall?
here.
Don't you have some of these diesel pads we can put there?
I haven't been able to find any, but it would be nice to have some.
Yeah.
Yes. These are your solenoids for releasing the keel. So port ram, starboard ram, and to manually do the keel with the pump, you basically just screw one of these guys in. You choose which
One
one.
on telephonic before it's fine.
Yeah.
we're not doing that. If you have an issue with the keel, we're
I mean,
just
especially where the handle is.
lock it.
How the fuck do you get the handle there?
And
Oh, it's just
you
excited.
you just rip it off.
And then you pull here?
Yep. It's like 200 pounds.
Fucking, we're not doing
It's
this.
gonna be, no, we're not doing that.
The best one, you come upwind, let it drop to leeward, then tack. All the navigation equipment's on the port side. So we've got our
Oh, that's.
Sales
no.
link unit and our H5000, and then our two pilot PCs down here, pilot controllers.
Okay. Where is the switch in between the two controllers?
It's up on here.
Okay.
But when you turn it off, you need someone on the helm because you lose all your instruments. It resets the whole system.
Okay. But then you switch from.
I'll show you.
Yeah, we'll show you the screen.
Okay. Okay. From 1 to 2. Can you turn both of them at the same time and fuck everything up?
No. I haven't tried, but no.
Well, you should. I mean, well, whatever.
This is the Hydro M control panel as well. So if for any reason you can't see the angle of the keel or something here, you can see it. All the information's on here.
Okay.
Where else does the angle of the keel show?
It's on the B&G guys.
Okay,
Yeah. And that's basically it. We've got emergency power bank here, spare mouse here, and the VHF splitter and stuff is here.
that a sat phone down there?
No. Well, yes and no, but it goes through the Thales link.
Call the president
It's
of
like
Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Direct line to the president.
The
There's
Messi
no
Series
president.
reserves. You don't need the switch.
No.
I don't know why we were using the switch before. It's on that side. At the bottom.
The switch for what? For the maple syrup phone?
Yeah, you press it 3 times for an emergency supply.
Really? Isn't it attached?
It is attached. It's been attached multiple times, but it still finds a way to
To escape.
escape.
Did it sit on the phone last
I believe so, yes. So yeah, if you see it's Morgan's basically Sikaflex these little those blue foam fenders, cut it into little shims and then put it in there and then lash it down. So it did the race, I think, without issues, but yeah. Yes, we'll start here. Have you guys used wing mounts before? Yep. So basically this here, titanium ball joint, and this whole thing is sitting on. Jesus Christ. And these deck spreaders take the role of your traditional spreaders. So there are support for our rigging, and at the top we've got soft loops. So basically that's where the caps are attached.
Yeah.
So that's what allows the ability to rotate the mast without having anything break or kink.
Yeah.
So basically what we'll do is you'll run this like you're trimming the leading edge of your sail. So just picture it as you basically just added on another 3 feet of sail.
Yeah.
So same thing, you'll just move it to the apparent, and then we can run it at 40 degrees one side and 40 degrees the other. So we've got a nice laminate that runs through a tack and a jibe. So we'll just go through the steps every single time with that. But yeah, there's no major risk of causing damage if you don't do it, because we've done it probably.
Famous last words.
Yes,
Famous
I know,
last
I know,
words.
famous last words.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yes, yeah. So everything will run back to the cockpit. So masthead green. So we'll normally keep that on starboard side. You can see where it's marked as green. When you put the halyards on, the masthead ones, put them on the outside of the dagger board,
Oh yeah, because otherwise
and then to the rail.
inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for the race, they wanted a midpoint tack point. But our pulpit here, as you can see, it extends quite a ways out, and there was a design or manufacturing issue, and it was basically made too long. So you can see where the mid-sprit tack point should be, but the angle of that
Is
hits that. So basically, what I've done is made 2 loopies. So just moved it forward slightly. It worked for the whole race. I don't, with my life, trust it entirely. So pretty much we'll be using the end sprit for everything. So 3 to 1, and that'll just clip onto one of our drums here.
Yeah.
And then these guys in storage just live on here. So just make a point of making sure we bring these back. Otherwise, you're gonna fucking put holes in the side of the boat.
Okay. They go out. Yeah. And then you, when you take them out, you obviously have to release the furling lines.
Yes, yeah. And every time we do this in the beginning, I'll do it with you because depending on the sail,
That makes me feel more
your
comfortable.
run line and your furling line
Yeah.
might change. Always just put a little bit of slack into the halyard in the cockpit side, and then just do a loose safety onto the horn cleat. So if for some reason it does drop off the lock,
Yeah,
you
then
don't
it'll be
lose the
caught
sail
on the
on the
halyard.
loose. Exactly, yeah. So just as like a day
How
check
much?
or
Like
watch
a
check.
foot?
Oh, I give it like just enough slack that you'll notice that it's
That it's
slack.
on tight, yeah.
So when you come on for watch, just give it a test to make sure that it hasn't loaded up. Because you can so this is going to be one of our reefing loops here. Off the glue here.
Yeah.
My experience with these is that they're really annoying when they get twisted, and are they okay?
They're pretty good in terms of getting twisted. The only thing we have to be mindful of is, especially if you're going to a reef past reef 1, is that you're not grinding the sail into the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just be one thing that you have to be mindful of.
So
All
just
the
come and
hooks-
have a check in the bag and.
all the hooks sit on the port side of the boom, so it's super easy when the boom's on the starboard side because you can see them.
And it's clear.
But when you're trying to do a downwind reef and the boom's at this side, you can't fucking see them. So normally what I've done before is just kind of sit in the bag and have a quick
And
look.
just watch it in.
Yeah. Basically we've got a set line and a trip line for the hooks. I'll show you them in the organizers there.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3 for the clue, and then we've got the same thing for the tack on forward. So, basically the way this guy works is it's like a little drop down door hinge kind of thing. So when we go to grind the main up to whatever we want, full hoist, reef 1, reef 2, whatever
And
it is.
do you hear it click as it goes past 1 and 2 on the way
So
up?
you have to pull the trigger to set
Yeah.
it. You grind up and down to get it off, but you have to pull to set it. So we'll go all the way up. There's a thin line here. That will run back to the cockpit, and there's a little spool there. So once we get up, all of the halyards are marked to the right set points.
Oh, I see. So it will come through. And then...
Yeah, and then we've also got the reflective tape for each one.
Yeah.
So when you see that guy line up, you see them line up, and then pull the trigger and ease the halyard, and it'll drop on.
Because the trigger, then
You need to
it sets
hold
it
the trigger as you're
until
easing
it
the
until
halyard.
it hooks.
You'll hear it and you'll feel it.
Yeah, that's
So we're only going to be using them upwind, as you guys know. I've got a crossover sheet that gives you basically heights that you'd want for.
Are they marked?
They're not actually marked. No, they're marked.
The line is
on
marked?
The line at full, mid, and
Enough
all the way up.
for
Yeah.
use.
The main thing to watch is you see we've got these little pegs here. So you got a tendency to snag on lines running through. So
When
if
going
you're
down.
up or down.
Yeah.
Down, of course, because they got locked in there. I think it's a bit of an issue. So just when you're doing the boards, just make sure you have a look forward that nothing's getting caught there. So that's going to be our outfucker. So that guy goes all the way up to 10 there. So this one we'll be using basically when we're running sheeting lines on the inside of the dagger boards, which is front outside. Lines that run out through our reaching struts and then around. Okay, so inside we go to this guy, and then we're going upwind. So outside one will just go all the way outside. This guy here.
using your reaching pole as well.
Yeah, exactly. So what we'll do is we'll set the line up, we'll put the reaching strut out, run the line through it, bring it outside of absolutely everything, including that aft guy there. Run it through our little bungee guy here. That's just a recovery so you can get the line back on board so you don't have to go out to get it. And then outside of everything.
Good morning.
Fancy seeing you here.
Lovely weather, eh?
Want to come for a ride? It's clearing. See the sun, kind of,
Somewhere.
somewhere.
So what's the plan?
Plan is just gonna load the final bags on here, go grab the rest of the crew, and then get ready to set sail after probably one more coffee and a safety shit, of course, given.
Important. Dan, are you excited?
So excited. I woke up this morning like a child on Christmas. Today's the day we get to go and play with the IMOCA 60.
That was the plan. Ooh yeah. We'll just break some stuff so you have some work when you get to Azores.
Okay, guys. What do we got left here?
Yeah, ready? Easing bow line. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're free on the bow. Bye bye, Granada.
Yeah.
We're off. Woohoo! I have presents for you. Here. And another one. See? What's in your little kangaroo bag there?
Well, what do we have here? So in my kangaroo bag here, it's our safety kit. So we have a knife, we have a torch, we have another torch, we have a PLB, so a personal locator beacon, and then we also have a AIS device. So lots of different ways that we can get back to the boat and the boat can find us when we're out in the water. Hopefully we won't have to use this, but all crew members are required to wear one whilst on deck.
Everyone has a fancy little bag.
Alright, there we go there.
To number 1 past center.
Did you do all this mess by yourself, or someone helped you?
I got invited to a snake's wedding and now I'm having to deal with the tidy up.
Is somebody goes over the side, first thing you're gonna do is basically crash tack the boat. So tack over. See, one thing that makes a massive difference that you guys won't be used to is the keel. So if you do a crash tack and the keel's on the wrong side, it makes for a very dramatic event. So if you can, I know it's an MOB, you're not going to be exactly fully thinking, but the best thing would be to float and crash tack, and then once you basically stop the boat, because that's essentially what we're trying to achieve by that, is just stop it as quick as possible because we're moving pretty fast. The next thing is just going to be just to blow the sheet, so just depower the sail, let it come all the way through, and at that point, somebody should hopefully be coming up, and they should be there ready to do our furling for the head sail. Okay.
We're gonna do something fun.
Get on board! Man overboard!
So he's centering the keel. Oh, I've just been woken up.
Okay.
Pressing the button.
Okay. Are you clicked the man overboard, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Easing the J3.
Okay, one second, let me just make it ease main sheet there if you like.
Easing
And-
main sheet.
Lovely. Okay.
Holding main sheet.
Okay, now we can go for blowing of the sheet. Yep.
Blowing, or nice big eases.
And just blow it all the way off.
Then she's gone.
Okay, up on the knee. All together. Twirl it together. Oh. Okay.
That was too many times, but...
Okay, we've got our position here, so now we can get ready to turn around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get the engine ready. Okay, ready to turn around. Yep.
Ready, set!
Yep.
Okay, tacking!
Okay, we're 0.16 miles away. Okay, as we come through, get ready for a big burp. Lovely. Very nice. Pump the handles if you need. Okay. Handles coming on. And we've got our guide that. Okay, we've gone right up. Now let's move up to him. Now we throw fucking things. The boy rescue thingy. He's in the sling. Now we're into irons. Stop the boat. And then just
A few moments later.